I bought this Bullitt Mustang back in September of 2025. When this video was made would be last year. And it's been making a noise, so I pulled the valve cover off to see if I could see any problems with it. You can see this is Bullitt number, what is that, 3236. So, and the engine, it runs okay, not as good as I'd like it. So I pulled off the valve cover to see if I could see any problems. The camshaft looks okay, and I don't see any major issues with any of the lobes. Everything appears to be in relatively good shape. I come over here, I pulled the VTC solenoid out. Let me show you that. That's right over here. So I don't see anything in there that looks bad. Let me just flip it around. So all the screens appear to be intact. I don't see anything plugging it up. So I didn't really think the VTC solenoid was causing any problems, but I pulled it out anyway. And so I'm looking at the phaser on the front. I don't see any obvious damage. The L matches up with the phaser right there. So this is supposed to line up right here, and that seems to be pretty good. I don't see any obvious movement problems or anything broken. So I went down here, and I think I found the problem as to why this car is making so much noise. When I go down to here, the chain, you can see the chain has got a lot of play. In fact, it is a lot of play. It's not tight down there at all. It's tight on this side because I can't move it on there because that's the way it's moving. It moves in this direction right here. But over here, there is way too much play. So the chain is either stretched, and I'm guessing that what I'm probably hearing when I start the car up, it makes a rattling sound as soon as I start the car up, and it comes and goes. So I'm probably hearing the chain, which is probably slapping against one of the guides here, just moving around. I looked over here. If you look down here, I know it's kind of hard to see, looks like the guide is okay on this side. That's the one that goes up against the tensioner. And this guide down here looks like it's okay. They don't look broken. So, but either there's just not enough tension, or the chain is probably stretched out. So looks like I'm gonna have to replace the entire timing chain on the front of this car. I did not check the other side yet, but at this point, since that side is so loose, there's no real point in even checking it. I might as well just replace the whole timing chain. There were no trouble codes when I started the car up. It runs okay, not great. Sometimes when I go to accelerate, it hiccups. But every so often, it just gets this rattling sound. So, like I said, I think that's what it is. I go over here. As you can see, the car doesn't look too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got... Oh, I close the door. The trunk's open too, so hold on a second. Let me shut the trunk off too. Give me a second. Okay, so go back inside. All right, so if you look right there, here we go. So you can see this car has got 188,000 miles on it. The oil was probably changed every so often, so it's basically a high mileage car with a timing belt that needs to be replaced. But it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's something that has to be done. I just wanted to, if anyone else out there has a problem with hearing a rattling sound, you can pull the valve cover off like I did. It's not that hard. It only takes about maybe 15 minutes or so. Pull it off, and just check out everything to see if you see anything. But anyway, the other car over there, that's Bullitt number 4416. That one has 123,000 miles on it, and it's not making any noises at all. It actually runs pretty strong compared to this one. All right, thanks.